Hello YouTube, it's Championdjk coming at you again with another weekly update video, and as usual I got some stuff to show you. Alright, so got an eclectic grouping of items this week. Starting with today, actually, in the mail I did receive a little bit of an RAOK from a gentleman named Marcus. This is came with a little note. Said, "Hey champ, I discovered your YouTube channel a while back and have since subscribed. I'm a long-time collector. I've collected quite a variety of things over the years, but the fun thing about this hobby is you always discover more. Through your channel, I've learned about some new things, and for that, I would like to say thanks with this minute little RAOK. Cheers, bud. Greetings from Vermont, Marcus," who is Goozy V700. Keep it up with the cool videos. So thank you very much for that. And what he sent me was 3 mystery models, and I believe, yep, we got number 2, the Dodge Viper, and we're going to open these, of course, in the second segment. And number 3, the Acura NSX, and this should be number 1, I believe. Number 1, the Lamborghini Super Trofeo. I was missing those. I haven't found those 3 yet, and he just offered to just shoot me them as a thank you, and that's pretty awesome. So I really appreciate it, man. Thank you very, very much for that. We're going to go ahead and open up those Hot Wheels in the second segment of the video. All right, so next up, another gift is this thing right here. Kind of crazy weird. This is actually from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And the World Tour tractor trailer. A buddy of mine just went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame when he was on vacation and picked this up for me. It looks kind of like a Maisto kind of thing. We're going to open it though and check it out in the second half of the video. I think I've got one that's very similar to this, a truck somewhat similar to this, the trailer anyway. And it's got my son's name on it. It says Charles Trucking Company. So I got it at a truck stop somewhere. So I'm guessing this is similar to that, but we will check that out. All right. And, all right, so next up we've got, let's see here, Antique Mall finds. Just stopped at the Antique Mall briefly, and a booth there that I normally go to did stock some new things, and I did manage to pick up a couple of items, just some small things here. I picked up this Porsche 930. In purple. I'm not sure if this was a mainline release or what it was, but it's a 930. It looks to be in mint condition, and I didn't have it, so I snagged this up. So that's pretty cool. We'll look at that close up, of course. And then we've got this. This is a really cool find, actually. This 1993 Ford SVT Lightning pickup from Johnny Lightning. This thing is sweet. I love this casting. We will definitely be opening this in the next segment. Round 2 re-released this one, and it looks fantastic in the Round 2 version. This is the older version where it was just the SVT Lightning, and I think it looks really cool like this too. So we'll check that out, and maybe I'll grab out maybe an older version or something else to take a look at along with it, or another version like that, and maybe a newer version. Maybe we'll peek at those in the second half as well. And then this 1973 Pontiac Grand Am Pancho Power. Really dig this release. Got home and realized that I already have it. So I actually already have it, and it's still carded. It's not loose. I'm going to open up this one, and then I'll probably take the other one off my wall and end up, I don't know, trading it to someone that likes Johnny Lightning, or just selling it at the next meet or something I'll do with it. But no reason for me to have 2. I'll go ahead and I'll open up this one. And then, let's see, one piece of mail is this right here. This is a Kyosho Lamborghini Miura Jota, or Yoda, Hota, not really sure how to pronounce it. But this is an interesting one. So this is a Kyosho. It came just loose, just like this. No bubble, not screwed to a base, not anything. I've got some theories, and it was super cheap, by the way, as well. I got some theories as to how this thing came to be, and we will go ahead and discuss that in the second segment of the video too. kind of weird. So we'll take a look at that. That was an eBay buy. And then another one from eBay is this one right here from my favorite Japanese Kyosho seller. This is from the Mercedes-Benz mini car collection. This is the Mercedes-Benz Sauber C9 race car. It's a cool one. And of course, in classic fashion, we will pull this off of the base in the second half of the video and take a close-up look at this really cool Kyosho addition to the collection. So I know I had said last week, it's just I've been collecting premium diecast. I've been basically addicted to it. I still like my Hot Wheels. I like pretty much every form of 1/64 scale diecast. Okay, anything that looks cool to me, I like it. Doesn't matter what brand it is. I have some brand loyalty, I suppose, to Auto World maybe, because I do get everything that's ever been put up from Auto World, but I think it's well deserved because I really do like them. So it's not like I buy cars I really don't like or things I don't like the way they look. Same thing with anything else. I don't have brand loyalty, so I kind of spread it around here a bit. The only brand I really don't buy a lot from is M2, but I have got a few pieces from them too that I thought looked cool. Anyway, all right, so I got a Tomica Premium and I got a Tomica Limited Vintage. Yeah, these were from Japan Booster. We've got the Countach in red. I did not have it in red. I've got it in blue, so probably should grab out the blue one and we'll take a look at that. And then I got this. Checked another one of these off my list. This is the Nissan Fairlady Z 2+2. So it's the 260Z. This one was from Japan Booster. It's brand new. It's a beautiful looking car, and we'll take a look at that, of course, in the second segment. And maybe I can pull out my other Tomica Vintage, my other versions of this casting. I've got 3 other versions of this casting. I'm kind of trying to go after them all. So that's going to be it. We should be in for a decent second segment of the video. We got a lot of stuff actually to look at because I'm going to grab out some other versions of this, another version of this, a couple more versions of this to take a peek at together, and then we're going to talk about this, and we'll look at the rest of this stuff. So stay tuned for should be a pretty interesting second half here. So stick around. All right, so we got some fun stuff to look at. Let's start with this Kyosho from Mercedes-Benz miniature car collection. If you want to take a look at what else was in this series, here it is. There's some pretty cool cars in there. Here's the little card it comes with. So, by the looks of it, there were 4 other versions of this car available. We've got the number 62 car. There's also a number 63, a 61. These all look almost identical. And then this plain silver one, which looks pretty cool too. So we got the number 62 car. This is one of those I just threw a bid on and then ended up kind of unexpectedly winning. So, pretty cool though. And we'll take a look at it. You guys know I kind of like this this stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and take it off the base first off. One screw, per usual. This one's screwed in pretty tight. And here it is. Here's your Kyosho model. So, pretty cool. Go ahead and zoom in on that. Well, what do you guys think? Let's see. It's got lens detail up front for the headlights. Looks pretty good. Pretty typical Kyosho. You've got painted detail in the back for the taillights. No lenses back there, but not a big deal for this type of car at all. And then you've got some details on here, some racing details, I believe. Is that top? Yeah. So the top of this car is actually plastic right here. The cockpit. And then the rest of it is metal. No opening parts, no opening features, of course, on this, which is typical for Kyosho. And you got a plain plastic base, which is also typical for Kyosho. And it's riveted construction, which with Kyosho could be an either or. Sometimes you see screwed together construction, even on the models that are not sold as model kits. And sometimes you see rivets. In this case, we have rivets. And a pretty cool little model. Like I said, I just kind of threw a bid out there and ended up getting this one, so it wasn't like super stoked. But now that I've got it here, it is a pretty cool one, and it will join my Kyosho kind of like race car collection, which is a pretty cool little collection. So dig it. All right, so that's it. That's your Mercedes. Next up, let's take a look. Just sticking with Kyosho, we've got this Lamborghini Miura Joda. So this car, I believe, is actually from Lamborghini. It might be from that Collection 4, Mini Car Collection 4. So if you take a close look at this, we've got some scuffing on the windshield. We've got some sort of marking here on the side. Kind of like a scratch. I think that might be normal for the kind of plastic skirt of the car there. Almost like rust around there. So I guess this car is used. Wasn't really sure. The listing actually said the car is loose, no blister, no box, but you could select any color of this car from the series, and you could get multiples of them. So that would be like the one thing that would tell me that this possibly isn't used, that these are failed quality control cars. Now, I don't know that for certain, and again, I'm making theories here, but I've been exploring eBay for real cheap Kyoshos, and this is kind of the stuff you come up with. You may not be able to see it very close or very well here in this video, but the taillights are very, very sloppily, look like they've been reattached almost. They're just not good. You can see like little glue bits right here. And just some really missing like fit and finish details. So normally I would just think, okay, well this car is used and was actually like either like played with or, you know, whatever. It was a used Kyosho. But the thing that was weird about the listing is that it showed all the other colors as being also available and, you know, being able to order more than one. So again, I'm a little baffled. Last week I did show a Kyosho, I think it was last week, that I showed a Kyosho that I thought might be counterfeit or an unauthorized produced model that could have been possibly produced at the factory that makes Kyosho but not actually authorized by Kyosho. I know it gets complicated, but in this one, I don't know if this was one that was pulled off or not hitting quality control standards, or this is one that was actually played with, I guess. I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird find on eBay. If I remember to, when I post this video, maybe I'll go and look for the link to this posting, and then maybe I'll put that in my description of this video. So take a look at the description for that. I don't know if I'll get to that or not, but it might be there. If not, just search for this car and lowest price, and you should be able to locate it. All right, next up, let's take a look at a Lamborghini Countach. So this is the one that I already had, and then this is the one that we got here from Japan Booster in red. So this should be, I believe, the same casting. It's a Tomica premium release. Pretty cool. You got the Lamborghini licensing sticker there. Let's go ahead and open it up. So these come cellophane over box. So I could have ripped the cellophane off before the video, but come on, it's all part of the experience of opening up a car. And then the inside, they come in this little plastic baggie with just a small amount of literature here. I believe, I honestly don't know what that says. Obviously. All right, so put that aside. Let's go ahead and take out the model. So there it is. There is your Lamborghini Countach. Beautiful looking little model. It's got suspension. Maybe the only drawback that you could say, it does have a plastic base, okay? It does have a metal body. And I don't know, I don't think that this piece opens. I know on their original casting of this, it did open before I believe they retooled it. It's got wonderfully detailed lensed headlights and taillights that look excellent. Both of these models have it, by the way, the blue one and the red one. And it's just a cool one to have. You know, I love the Lamborghini Countach. It's one of my favorite cars, so I had to definitely eventually get this one, and just had to tack it on to my Japan booster purchase to get free shipping, and decided why not just tack on a car like this. So I am happy to have that one. Very, very cool to have both of these colors now in the collection of basically one of my favorite cars in real life of all time, the Lamborghini Countach. I just really liked it when I was a kid, so still really cool now. It's interesting, though, there is one missing. Okay, so you got no tampos on one of the, and you got these. You got little tampos right there. But very well detailed, very, very cool. Definitely digging this little pair. So there's that, and then we can stick with Tomica for a moment. We're going to take a look at this car. Before we open up this car, let's go ahead and let's take a peek at the other ones I have in the collection. This was the first one that I got in the collection in this white color. I got this from the Toy Pimp via Travis, Heavy Metal 164. So he was at the Toy Pimp's house and told me that I should probably pick this car up. And yeah, I was like, yeah, you're probably right. So I grabbed it. This was the first one in my collection. I love it. It's awesome. It's just a plain white. Looks very nice. It's super highly detailed, as you would expect from Tomica Limited Vintage. Next one I got was this one right here. This was from Lamar Fashion. Free the Peace. Posted this up on his Instagram for a really good price, and I picked it up. I had to snag it because this is one I definitely wanted for my collection. And then next one I got was this one here. Beautiful car. This was an eBay purchase. Just a fantastic looking vehicle, and I love it. So these are all basically the same. They're exactly the same tooling. They look exactly the same as far as the trim and details. Are just different wheels, obviously, on this one, and then paint colors for these two. But they're all, you know, basically the same. Really nicely detailed. And then we got this one here, which is slightly different. And one of the things that's different about it is the headlights. The headlights are covered, whereas these do not have the headlight covers, which I actually do prefer this look, the scooped out look for these headlights. But this is just one that I had to get. And this is the last one that's that you can get on eBay, basically, that's affordable. All the three of these cars that I just showed you and this one are actually pretty affordable on eBay. The other ones, every time they pop up, they seem to go for a lot of money, way out of a range I'm willing to pay. So this is the Fairlady Z 40th anniversary, Nissan Fairlady ZE 2x2 and LVN 42A. And let's go ahead and open it up. Timing wise, I don't know which one of these cars and all that stuff came out first or last or round or what. But so Japan booster, it was in a little kind of a protecto for the box. This is something that Japan booster adds to their sales. This is not something you normally would get. And then they also package it like this in a plastic bag, and I don't believe they're normally in a plastic bag. I think they actually take them out. They take the care to go ahead and package these up a little bit better for shipping, and that's results in getting a nice flawless car when it comes. And here it is right here. Beautiful. So of course it's got suspension, metal body, metal base. This is the same tooling as that one right there. And it appears to be the only real difference is those headlights.
having the cover. Oh, and actually the front of the car is quite different too. Now that I'm looking at it. Yep, it's got a different whole like nose tooling to the car. So this is the only one I've actually got that's got that look to it. Yeah, the rest of these are all the same, like that. And this has got that more interesting little nose to the car. That's pretty awesome. Very, very cool. So I am glad to add this to the collection. I love the color. It's just kind of a subtle metal flake brown. That's a beautiful piece. And I always thought that this one would be like absolutely my favorite one. And it is pretty awesome. But I don't know. This one is pretty sweet too. So I really like it. Alright, so those are my 260Zs. We'll keep her moving here. Next we're going to take a look at this. We're going to take a look at this SVT Lightning, 1993 Ford SVT Lightning pickup in red. It says on the top here, new casting. So this may be the first release of this. This came out, it appears the copyright date is 2011, so 2012 possibly. So it's not that old of a casting, if that is the case. Go ahead and open it up. Here it is in red. The bed does go down. I don't know if I'm going to push this one down because it seems to be stuck pretty good. It's almost like, I don't know. Looks like some extra little goo on here. That's kind of weird. I wonder if that's to hold it in the package. I don't know. But this one does not want to really shut out of the way, but that's okay. Still looks pretty good. Will have an opening hood, at least it should. Yes, it does, to reveal a motor in there. Pretty cool looking red pickup truck. Little wheel issue here, got to fix that. A couple little things. This one does have a metal base, and then it has two separate pieces, the cab and the box. So it's got 3 rivets in it, one right there, and then these two. The bed is on straight, so that's a bonus. Some of these you can have a crooked bed. And that's a cool one. That's a cool little find. I like it. So, I like this truck a lot. This is the first one I ever found. I actually found this at a Fleet Farm, labeled as an Erdl, but it clearly is the Johnny Lightning tooling, but it does have a plastic base. But it's pretty awesome. This one's pretty cool too, just the blue version of this, and probably just as detailed basically, except for the plastic base, except for in the motors, not quite as detailed, but the parts move and move really well on this version of it. Wheels look to be the same. They're both rubber. So that is a neat little pairing right there. Ford truck. And then round 2's version of it, though, really knocks these out of the park. This is the round 2 Johnny Lightning. First release of this Ford truck. This they labeled it as just an F-150, not the Lightning version, but still a Johnny Lightning. Wheels look amazing on this truck. This truck just is absolutely a fantastic release. I really like it. Bed drops. We get a lot of more detail up in the front too, but this is the appropriate trim for the SVT Lightning, to have it all painted red in the grill and stuff like that. And of course the Ford F-150 had more of a chrome bumper look. The detail, it's got the sculpted detail there, but still doesn't have quite the engine detail that the red one did, where we had a little bit of extra there. But the detail all the way around the rest of the truck looks absolutely awesome on this one. Ford Tough. So this is a really cool release from Johnny Lightning. I definitely recommend it. Any version of this truck, really. Just kind of a cool casting. Alright, so there's that for Johnny Lightning. And then let's take a look at this. This is Pancho Power, the 73 Pontiac Grand Am. We'll go ahead and pop this one open. This one does come with a sticker. Diecast does a body good. I don't know if I believe that. All right. And then here you go. Unless it does a body good because you spend all your money on it and then don't have money for food and then can't eat. But I don't think that's good for you really either. All right, so this thing is pretty awesome. I love this casting. Really cool to get one with rubber tires on it. Another one with rubber tires on it. The newer, again, round 2 version of this, it looks very fantastic as well. And also has rubber tires, but they did have some plastic tire versions of it that have came out, and I do have that as well. This is a cool casting. I would say I didn't have it. I didn't have it loose until now. Now I've got a carded one and a loose one, so I'll be getting rid of one of them. But really cool, Johnny. Cool little Pontiac. Let's keep her moving. All right, so next up, let's take a look really quickly at these mystery models. You guys have all probably seen these, but these were a gift, and that is fantastic. I'm so glad to finally have them. There's the first one, the Lambo Huracan Super Trofeo LP620-2. That is the chase car, apparently. I can't get this open. And then here's the Dodge Viper. Not my favorite Dodge Viper tooling, but definitely have to get it. Dodge Viper SRT10 ACR. That's pretty awesome. So I've mentioned it a couple times already because I've gotten these in pieces. But the Mystery Model series, this one has probably been the best one ever. There's a lot of really good cars, this Series 2 for 2019, including this one right here, the Acura NSX. That's an awesome one. Definitely prefer the Car Culture version of this that came out with a metal base. That makes this car look so much better than this with a plastic base. The retooled base that they did for this car was just amazing and really made all the difference for this car. But that is pretty neat too. But definitely this is the star of the show and the one that I really absolutely had to have because I'm a Lambo collector. So really cool. Thanks again for those. I really, really appreciate it. And then let's see here. Oh, lastly, I forgot to show you this one close up. This is the Hot Wheel I got from the Antique Mall. Just a nice little Porsche 930. And then I think that's it. We're just going to close out the show today with this Rock and Roll Hall of Fame truck. So let's zoom out a little bit for that. Let's move that to a safe spot. All right, so this thing's pretty neat. Comes right off the blister. And here it is. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Big Rig. All right, so the trailer is plastic. The wheels are plastic. Trailer should unhook fairly easily from this, I would assume. So they just use a screw there, actually, to hook that in to the backside. All plastic trailer, made in China, brandless. Cool graphic on the side there, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Long Live Rock. And then this guy right here. Truck. I'm not sure what real vehicle this is modeled after. So I'm not even going to fathom to guess. Looks like it's got a pretty good sized sleeper in there. It's fairly detailed for a semi. Looks pretty good. Just feels kind of cheap because it's a metal body. Everything else is plastic, like the whole back of the vehicle, base of the vehicle, all that stuff is plastic, and it's very, very lightweight for its size. So that kind of feels a little weird, but still a pretty cool little piece. Okay, so that's going to be it for this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We did look at some cool stuff. Hopefully these videos are continuing to be enjoyable for you. I know I'm getting more into like this kind of stuff, premium stuff and all that stuff, which really is just, it's because of, it's what I'm getting. So what I'm getting is what you guys are going to see. I don't, for these weekly videos, when I just show you what I got, this is really stuff that's being added to my personal collection. So it is what it is. If I, whatever I'm liking is what I'm going to end up with, and what I'm going to end up with to show you. So hopefully you do still stick around and enjoy this stuff. But I will be showing Hot Wheels as they come out and as I get them, and I'll do other videos too about Hot Wheels. So don't worry about that. I still enjoy Hot Wheels. All right, so that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you again very much for watching. Thank you, Marcus, for those mystery model cars. I really do appreciate that. Really cool to have find at an antique mall to check off, I should say, one of these Nissans off my list. So that's a really fantastic feeling. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video. So thank you guys very much. Please like, please comment, please subscribe, all that great stuff. Check out my sponsor, Mascar Displays. Use the promo code CHAMPION for 10% off your order of a Mascar display. They look great with any type of diecast. And that's going to be it for this vid. Thank you. Thank you very much.